Chase Brown, who is the running back 30 on the season, at Denver, or Travis Etienne, running back 9 on the season, at San Francisco. I'll let you go first.
Yeah, this is one of those that at the start of the season, you probably drafted Chase Brown to be a starting running back, either whether that be an RB1 in a weird situation or because you passed on the running back, or an RB2 in a perfectly acceptable reason to draft Chase Brown as an RB2 in a pretty good offense. People were starting to not draft Travis Etienne because of Tank Bigsby, because of Bashaw 2N, for all the reasons. The Jaguars seem to be moving on from Travis Etienne. And before week 1, even, we all thought Travis Etienne was going to go to Dallas or San Francisco or literally any other team other than Jacksonville. Well, San Francisco traded for Brian Robinson, and Dallas said Javonte Williams is all we need. And they kept Travis Etienne. So the Jacksonville Jaguars kept Travis Etienne, and he has been absolutely killing it. He's back to like being a good running back. Maybe that's all he needed. So that's all he needed. Chase Brown is still up in rankings. He's ranked 18th going into this week, even going up against Denver, even being RB30 on the season. His name is carrying him. His team is carrying him. That ranking, I think. I'm going Travis Etienne this week. He's been better. He's been producing better. He doesn't have the defense that Chase Brown is going up against, even with Jonathan Taylor running all over the Denver defense. Chase Brown's not doing that. And it's not going to be long before we start seeing Chase Brown losing snaps in general to Taj Brooks. Like, we're very close to that at this point. I'm steering clear away from Chase Brown. I'm going with Travis Etienne. He is also ranked lower, surprisingly enough, at 21. So Travis Etienne here for me all day.
So, man, it sucks that we're agreeing all the time. Denver gives up 20.3 fantasy points to the running back position. That's the 10th worst. Or San Francisco only gives up 13.6 points per game to the running back, which is the 8th best. So we have the best of both worlds, or the worst of both worlds, however you want to rationalize that. Chase Brown's getting 72.7% of the snaps, which is great for a running back. That's what we want. We want opportunity. But those carries are going for 2 yards a pop. Like, his yards per attempt, or yards per touch, which includes receptions, 2.5 yards a pop. That is not NFL football. That is beyond NFL football. And it's not all his fault. I understand that. I'm a big believer in offensive lines shouldn't affect your fantasy production. But Chase Brown is very, very clearly getting affected by this. He's been stuffed at the line of scrimmage 8 times. It's the fifth most in the league. According to Pro Football Network, Cincinnati's O-line is literally the last graded offensive line in football. They're averaging the running backs are averaging only 0.32 yards before contact, which is 3rd worst in the NFL. My point is, you can't get anywhere if you're constantly getting stuffed 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. You can't do it. It's hard for Chase Brown, and they're not getting him in space. He's not getting the targets needed to become a relevant fantasy football player right now at the moment. Whereas Etienne, he is the offense in Jacksonville. He is the entire offense. Etienne has a total 301 yards on the season. 301. Travis Hunter, Brian Thomas Jr., and their tight end, Brendan Strange, has 328 yards combined. Etienne is the offense. I'm not benching Etienne for anybody at this moment. I'm starting Etienne over a lot of running backs.
I mean, think about like when they were drafted. Him and Trevor Lawrence were drafted together, both from Clemson, both in the 1st round. They were kind of tied together, and both of them seemingly like on their last leg as a starter in Jacksonville. A lot of people have linked, maybe this is Trevor Lawrence's last chance in Jacksonville, where they might move on from him after this year or the next year. And same with Etienne. He was in trade talks all off season. Maybe it's like, hey, we need to link back up together and ball and play well so that we can stay. And maybe they both saw the writing on the wall and they're like, I got you, you got me. Let's go.
Yep.
And
So
apparently we just forgot about all the other offensive talent on that team.
my only concern, and this is my biggest concern, and this is a very silly concern. They are traveling to the West Coast against San Francisco. Florida teams don't really travel well that far away. You have a shaky head coach at the moment. You have a shaky quarterback at the moment. I could easily see this game going away fast. In that situation, Etienne's not going to get the rushing yards because newsflash, guys, 301 of his total yards, only about 30 came in the receiving game, or the rest are rushing. So most of his yards come from the rushing. I can easily see them getting blown out. Whereas on the other side, Chase Brown, I could see that being a competitive game, even though they just got blown out by Minnesota. I
Yeah.
can see that being a more competitive game where Chase Brown's going to be more involved throughout the 4 quarters, where I think Etienne can be phased out pretty quick with a returning Brock Purdy. The 49ers are just on a different level, I believe. So I kind of want to lean towards Chase Brown, but I want to play it. So you know what? Just for because I know we're going to match up. Give me Chase Brown. Give me Chase Brown. Give me the game script. Give me a more competitive game. Whereas I think the Jaguars could easily get blown out here. Yeah, let's go Chase Brown, baby. I'm feeling spicy.